Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. It has been a quiet weekend and it still is a quiet weekend, even though we see a little bit of downside. But let's be honest, 1% is not really a lot and the scenario hasn't changed at all. We are still holding support here at the moment. But you know about the different possibilities and scenarios, and I think this is so crucial to be aware of the different possibilities that could emerge and arise out of this, you could call it consolidation. And it's important to not get too confused about, what kind of wave count could it be? Are we really in the C wave of the Y of 2? It doesn't really matter. What is so important is that it's relevant that this green support area is holding here to still have a chance to push higher here in the third wave, then to get a fourth and a fifth for this extension of a fifth wave, which could complete a larger uptrend here in the larger third wave, which started back in December. That's really crucial to understand, that at the moment it's still preferred, as long as we're holding that 29.9k level, that we get this extension to the upside in a fifth wave, because while, as I said in the videos yesterday, this wave 5 could already be finished, and then the third would also be finished. However, it's a little bit too short. Yeah, it's a bit short. Didn't want to move that. But just because it's short doesn't mean it couldn't be finished. So we need to be ready for it. That's why, nobody knows the future, right? Nobody can really predict exactly what's going to happen in 5 hours, in 10 hours. It's just not how the markets work. Be strategic about it, have a plan and go along with it. And when it gets a bit too risky or you've made some nice profits, just take some profits. Because a big mistake many people made last bull run, they didn't take any profits. Even this is not really a bull run and we haven't really seen 5 waves up anyway. We have only seen 3 so far, in my opinion. Again, yes, we could make the case that we have seen 5 waves. So I could also put the third wave here. There are ways to count it. Is it reliable? In my opinion, not. But we can also find a way to count it as 5 waves complete. 3, 4, 5. But then, even in that case, I'd be watching in any move down now. Do we get another fourth and a fifth, or do we hold this wave too low? And if we hold the wave too low, then we can be fairly confident that a bear market low has been made in November. Until then, we just can't say it. And if we have found the low, then you can all be happy. Nobody missed anything, even though some people might not have bought down here throughout the bear market. We really had a long time to buy. Accumulation phase, talked about it a long time. But even if you didn't buy or missed out, or you're just about to enter the crypto market, honestly, even if we have already seen the bear market low, we're only really at 23k at the moment. And in a wave 2, we are most likely going to come down a bit lower. And then, but then please don't miss your entry. Bear in mind that if we get into a bull run, everybody should be extremely happy, because then, we should see 6 digits really for Bitcoin, and Ethereum might reach 8 to 10k, maybe even more. We will see. Certainly we are seeing now at some point we are going to see people looking forward to the halving next year, the Bitcoin halving. This is the time, February, March, April. We talked about it throughout the last couple of weeks that February, March, April are normally good months in crypto. Now, normally it doesn't mean we have to go up now for the next few months, but normally they are good months. And the year has started well. February has started okay-ish. We are still in the range, but still with a tendency to move up here a little bit. Normally it's sort of 1.5 years before the halving that markets start to recover, and that is exactly what we're seeing now. Now again, this is all sort of speculation. Just because we had it in the past doesn't mean it has to happen again. That's why we're looking here at the Elliott waves, we're looking at market structure, because I believe that's really the only thing that can really help us understand, is the low in with a high accuracy or not. And indicators don't really help you too much. They can give you an indication, but also they won't be able to give you really good evidence. So it's really that market structure that we are trying to analyze here with the Elliott waves. So, and until we see 5 waves up, Ideally, I would like to see that fourth and the fifth. That would give us a clearer 5-wave structure. And until wave 2 holds, we can't really be certain that a bear market low was in. And what should we see then? I mean, let's just assume the bear market low was already in. We're going to hold a wave 2, and we're going to see here maybe a wave 4 and a 5, and then we're holding here a wave 2. What should we see then? Well, then we are going to see a wave 3 to the upside. We're going to see a larger wave 4. How deep that's going to be depends a little bit on how deep is the wave 2, because there's sort of a theory of alternation, even though it's a bit problematic, that theory, which means basically in theory, if wave 2 is doing this, wave 4 is sort of doing the opposite. But there's a few problems with that, which, I don't want to go into detail here in this video, but either way, normally you see wave 2 quite deep and the wave 4 shallow. And then we should take us higher. And then in theory, this is, depending on how high we really go, this 5-wave move would complete another wave 1, and then we should get here another wave 2, and so on. That's how it, and then we move up in a wave 3 and so on. So that's sort of how it would then play out. Looking forward to that, but of course it's way too early to confirm the bear market low has already been struck. On crypto Twitter, we see it everywhere now, but we know how correct they often are. And to be honest, it's typical. It's typical that you start to see such rallies when everybody seems to be more focused on other stuff. Everybody was focused on SBF and, where is he, and in Bahamas, and is he going to jail? And you saw that all over crypto Twitter, instead of what we did was focusing purely on the price action. So hopefully that helped people anticipate here a rally. I actually did look it up yesterday on Telegram, the daily market update. Not daily, but every few days I give channel members a market update. I remember I looked through them, and on the 7th of December it was talked about that if the 16.3k level holds, which it did, a market rally into the 19k region would be forecasted. Now, it in the end was way higher, but that doesn't really matter because we were at the time at around 16.3k. So it was nice upside that was forecasted as a kind of bear market rally, or maybe even the beginning of the bull run. But please understand, it's way too early to confirm the beginning of the bull market, and it doesn't really make a difference how high we go here, as long as we don't really see the proper structure and the nice retracement that can give us some guidance where we are. But yeah, so that's what we see here at the moment. Shrinking volume, I mean, it's weekend as well. Here you can see how volume is going down here, and has been going down for the last 2 weeks, which indicates that you see less money coming in. We looked at the money flow indicator this morning, and it just indicates that the bullish interest fades a little bit. So I'm curious to see if this green support area is now holding, and if we come back and then get that wave 4, which I would use to scale in again. But we have 5 waves down here now as well. Yeah, you could argue in this C wave that we discussed in the previous video earlier today, that we now have the 5 waves. Yeah, at least the pattern is full. It doesn't need to go any lower. We have done enough. Bear in mind, this is micro counting, but I'm showing you the possibilities here. This was a 3-wave move, discussed that in yesterday's video. Then we saw here 5 waves down, and that could be complete. It could be complete, but it's also here. We don't really see the reaction yet. We have reacted, as you would anticipate it, to the trend line of the channel, but it's not enough yet to push us higher. So first level of indication that we are pushing higher would be a move above the wave 4 high here at 23,230. Even better would be a break above the wave 2 high at 23,433. And then actually, if you look at the entire pattern, what you actually need is a break above the B wave, which is at 23,600. And as long as we hold the support here at 22.9k, it is fairly likely that we will still see the 3rd wave to the upside. Yeah, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.